Well, okay, so one of the things you told me going into this fight was, listen, I know he's got power, but I want to know if he can take a punch. And obviously, that's what you proved here today. You drop him again in the 6th round. But let's go to the 8th and the final round of this fight. You stop him with a jab to the gut. Have you ever seen anyone react like that with a punch to the stomach?
I think it was a little bit due to previous punches that I have thrown. That jab got into it, and that body shot that landed must have hit it at the accurate point. I don't know. It seemed like he was.
Mr. Goose to you, Mr. Goose to you. And I'm with my guys, Sugar J the Wise One and Kim the Baptist. Yes, and we are the apostles of the youth boxing community. And we're bringing It's Boxing to you.
It's the apostles and we come to lay of hands. Half step, weave the jab, uppercut, pick up your mans. It's Pastor Gucci Cam, Sugar J the Wise Man. We bring them to the light, make these haters understand. Northside is where I stand. Nebraska, that's the land. We cancels out the jab from a southpaw stance. We beat the competition, knock it out with either hand. And we drop the link, so come and kick it with your fam. And we drop receipts, so keep your sources on hand. If you can't confirm that this facts, you spread propaganda. Make sure you hit the like when you subscribe to the channel. One love to the playback gang and the panel. It's boxing to you.
It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. Represent the 402. Being Team Crawford, that's what we do. It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. It's boxing to you. What it do? Represent that 402. Team Crawford, BNB, yeah, that's what we do. What up? Y'all know who it is. It's the Goose to you, Mr. Goose to you. They said we weren't gonna do it, Cam. They said we weren't gonna last in this bitch, but we here. The apostles of the YouTube boxing community. We laying hands on their ass. Y'all see what it is. We got young Sugar J, the switch hitter from BNB, coming out 2023. One love. Y'all know what it is, huh? But but y'all gonna see what it is. Mr. Gucci, you, Kevin the Baptist, Sugar J the Wise One, we are the apostles of the YouTube boxing community.
And look, well, we done fought now. Now, I ain't gonna say he ain't fought nobody, but man, come on, man. Come on, man. You know what's up. Think you would have got or, you know, these people, they old, American, they won't. No more, no, you know, shit like that going on. Put that little rush in front of him, he got clocked. He stood that bitch up, though. He knocked him out. But, man, get in the ball field, jump to the big leagues, you know, with PBC games. Y'all know it used to be back in the days, the mother promoters. Y'all know who's running boxing right now. Man, y'all come on, man, don't be stupid and slow. Y'all know who the main man in the boxing world. Y'all know who paying the big checks. Y'all know who getting the Al Heyman checks. Y'all know where is that? The motherfucking, the big dogs. You see, you look around at my top, in my gym. You see it? This shit is up in here. I look at them motherfuckers every day. Yeah, this my gym.
Who's your best friend of this bunch? Like, who are you closest to?
What?
On the poster, besides your twin.
Earl.
Earl?
I got no friends in this game.
No friend.
It's for y'all fools. Being friends with you. I was cool with all these niggas before. Hung out with Danny Garcia before when
Danny's
I was a little
cool?
younger. Yeah, Danny cool even. When I was in Miami, we wrote.
Adrian's cool?
Together. Hung out with all these motherfuckers.
Broner?
Yeah. AB cool, yeah. Kicked it with all these boys. Davis.
Gervonta?
We passed by Figaro with them from Western Coast. Shit, when I used to have dreads, they, you know, everybody cool. Everybody got that motherfucking shit too. They ready to go. Shit. I'm motivated with them. Yeah. Terrence Crawford need to get his own shit together first. That motherfucker got a lawsuit with his own people. He don't know when he fighting. I don't know what the hell going on with that kid. You know? He ain't on my mind. He ain't on my radar. He ain't on nothing. He don't matter to me. He don't matter to Earl. We ain't worried about no damn Terrence Crawford. We ain't waiting on him. He ain't waiting on nothing. We ain't waiting on him. The hell with Terrence Crawford.
No, I'll be honest. This is what I've been telling
To
people.
make a good fight, of course.
Yeah?
But any time this fucking fight put some studs against each other, that motherfucker ain't what we made out of. But you know, he can work. He got some skills. He done put some shit together, but man, get a bunch of punk ass niggas out the way. You know. But they want him to go fight people across the pond and shit, and people that ain't with the right promoters and contracts and all that other shit. My brother tried to do what he could do and fight Canelo, and he you know, said what he said, and he stand by his word. I stand next to him, you know, but I'm not here to be Jermell this, Jermell that, the other twin.
and fight Earl Spence, he a stud. He think he too high up on the horse. Bob Arum don't give a damn about him. Bob Arum told him to his face he done got lawsuits with his own promoter. You ain't worth shit to me, for real. That mean the man didn't really care about you anyway. You got people making a name for themselves in your own weight division. Sit your ass in your weight division and see if you can beat one of them. Cause fucking with me, you gonna get knocked the fuck out. I'm a knockout artist, baby. The skills that I have and how hard I really go and how hard I train and what I really get in myself, he barely doing the stuff that I was doing in 2010. Earl Spence right now is the most dominant 147 pounder that they got. How about he do? He did shit in 154. How y'all want him to fight me? I'm telling you, I'm trying to become undisputed right now. How are we talking about somebody that ain't even fought in the division? How do he just jump from there to there? Like what connection do he got to this world? What that tall, lanky motherfucker? Maybe I'll be the shot caller and make the decisions on who I want to fight next. Fondora, go fight somebody else. I don't know. Crawford, go fight. Y'all fight each other. I'm busy. Motherfucker, I'm busy. When he fighting again? Shit. When the fuck is he fighting again? Like, who the fuck he fought last? Like, I don't even know nothing about the kid. Don't ask me about Crawford because that motherfucker ain't in my division. Like, we talking about a 147 pounder that was a 140 pounder. We need to fucking comfort. I get it. He won the Undisputed, right? At 147 and 140. This shit is different when they get down to 147. 147, 154, 160, 68. This shit. I haven't been beefing, like truthfully. Um, he's just feeling himself right now. And he's a top dog. He's moving up in weight, and everybody want to fight the best. 168 is considerably still kind of like not my weight division because it's not as easy to make 168. I have to gain weight and gaining weight when you're working really hard is really tough. You can easily walk around at 168. So I'm definitely not the naturally bigger fighter. So 168 is not my weight division. I think I would have to see him in a different weight category. I
What it do, what it do, what it is, and one love to everybody that's tuned in today. Y'all already know who it is. It's the co-host that be doing the most, y'all. Cam the Baptist, 1/3 of the Apostles, and we are here presenting another episode of It's Boxing to You. Yes, indeed. As you know, the Apostles are in the building to layeth the hands and spread the good news of boxing. Have you heard the good news? I don't know if y'all been listening. I don't know if y'all been paying attention. One love to everybody that is tuned in today. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. But Jermell Charlo, does it seem to be that this man is having a change of heart? Does it seem to be that the Grinch, his heart has grown 3 times in size? Does it seem to be, brothers and sisters, that Jermell Charlo has eaten a couple different slices of humble pie? Now, the thing about it is, if we look back, you know what I'm saying, the things that have been spewed and stated, you know what I mean? It went from he ain't fought nobody, he need to fight and establish himself at 147. He'll come up here and get hurt. I'm a knockout artist. Now, you know what I'm saying? Then it became, I'm busy. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. So now, what I am hearing in this last joint, he's stating it's hard to gain weight and make 168. So is that the already built-in excuse for the loss to Canelo on September 30th? But also, too, not only am I thinking about that, but now, are you actually going to come back down to 154 after you've made the jump up? Because what we've seen historically, a lot of guys who have actually taken the leap and gone up in weight divisions, 2-3 different divisions, when they tried to make the jump back down and drop and lose a great deal of weight to come back to a smaller weight division, we saw that these guys' punch resistance wasn't the same, and they didn't come out to be the same fighter. And this is historically from, just thinking, because we already talked about how Amir Khan got stopped when he jumped up a couple of weight classes to fight Canelo, came back. And of course, that's kind of a weak synopsis, because we already said he was Glass Joe, right? But then when you talk about historically, remember when Roy went up, you know what I mean? When he went up to light heavyweight, won titles, and then decided to come back down to actually face Tarver. You know, there was a lot of talk about him, people stating that they felt like he shouldn't have done that because his punch resistance wasn't the same, and he wouldn't have, he lost so much weight. So what that makes me think about is the moment Jermell Charlo decides to go up in weight, he fights Canelo Alvarez, loses that fight, whatever the outcome is, he chooses to come back down to fight Terrence Bud Crawford. The moment he loses, that's exactly what they're going to say, is he wasn't the same fighter and his punch resistance wasn't the same because he lost that much more weight. Which is kind of crazy to me, because we just heard him say he's having a little bit of trouble making the weight and being able to maintain the endurance, you know what I mean, and things of that nature. So as we know, with you going up in weight, putting on that much weight, that's what he's going from 154 to 168, right? So with that 14 pounds, he's putting on an extra 14 pounds to fight and perform. And what he's stating is it's a little harder to keep up that much more weight with the endurance, the energy, the speed, everything that he feels that he will need in order to compete and potentially defeat Canelo Alvarez. Well, when I look at that, right, I thought he just said he walks around at that weight. Like,
what is you doing? What is you doing, baby? Oh, Dad, no, Dad. Oh, no, baby. No, Dad, baby. Where's you going, baby? Oh, you gotta shoot, baby.
You're just all over the place, baby. What is you doing? What you doing, baby? It just don't make no sense. You're just all over the place. Yeah. See, because you now we know that you guys walk around at even bigger weights than 168, right? And this is unhealthily, you know what I'm saying, not working out. But anytime that we have come to you before and we've heard you in interviews before, you talked about how you would even go up and make the weight. As a matter of fact, do I have that here? I don't think I have that. Because I don't know if y'all remember. I'm going to find that short for y'all. But there was a short where Jermell actually went live on his Instagram and actually called out Canelo and said, hey, Canelo, let's fight Undisputed versus Undisputed. Why Canelo won't ever fight no Undisputeds? You know what I mean? I come up to 168 and gain a little more weight. That ain't no problem for me. And now you're stating here that you're having troubles making it healthily. So y'all gonna make me go into the archives and see if I can't find that good old video. Because, man, he definitely stated that. And I want to see if I can find it. Where'd you go? I'm busy. But yes, he definitely called out Canelo. There it is. Hold on. Here we go. Yes, he called out Canelo. There it is. Perfect. Right here. Good job, Cam. Numbers. Now check this out. Peep the game. And this was before this fight got announced. You know what I'm saying? So you hollering these things out, you know, and you kind of bouncing around. And I'm noticing you was talking that shit about Bud for a minute, and now you're even your stance on the Terrence Crawford situation is even starting to soften. You know what I mean? You're starting to lessen your position on that. We didn't see the same loudmouth, brash, you know what I mean, shit talking Jermell Charlo at the press conference against Canelo Alvarez. You gave him more reverence and respect as a fighter, called him a great fighter, called him a, you know what I mean? Now, if we go back and talk about all the bums that he, you know, you claim that he beat and et cetera, you know what I'm saying? Like, you talked a lot of shit about this man, especially when y'all was at 54, like trying to get him to fight you. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, y'all don't be remembering how far back this shit go. This fight is like 10 years plus in the making, you know what I mean? But I got it right here. Check this shit out right here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know. And this was before. This was actually before him. This was before the fight got signed to before Canelo got signed to PBC and the fight actually got signed between he and Jermell Charlo. This is when Canelo was still with Golden Boy. Hang on just 2.5 seconds. This internet about to, there we go. I'm gonna just click the short for y'all so y'all can see this joint, right? Come on with it. Let's get it.
Say, man. Why they don't make Canelo fight Undisputed? Tag Eddie Hearn. Undisputed versus Undisputed. Fuck it. I want 50. I gained a little weight. Yeah. Telling me about Canelo. Not Eli and Kobe. Canelo. Like, nigga, don't fuck with me, nigga. Like, for real, let me show y'all what it is. Why y'all make Canelo versus Charlo? Fuck y'all talking about, nigga. Somebody put that shit together. Little Charlo will fight anybody. Nigga, I ain't never done no smoke, nigga. Yeah. Undisputed versus Undisputed. That could be a big thing in boxing. Fuck it, nigga. That bitch can't beat me with that shit. His last performance, that bitch can't beat me. Yo. Say, man.
Now that's weird because you just hollered. You know what I mean? And again, this was prior to the fight being made. This is prior to the fight being signed. You know what I'm saying? Now it's trouble with you making it up to 168 healthily. And then we just heard you holler about Lil Charlo ain't never, ever, ever duck no smoke. You ain't duck no wreck. Craziest part about this shit is every time they mention Terrence Bud Crawford to Jermell Charlo, that nigga look dead at the camera and start singing Michael Jackson. Nigga like,
Don't just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Stop it. Just stop dogging me around.
face ass nigga, man. That shit crazy. Every time we hear this nigga, they say Terrence Bud Crawford. Leave me alone. I'm busy. I'm busy. You see this shit crazy. Hey, that shit crazy to me, man. So I just don't understand how it is with all of this cap, you know what I'm saying? All of this talk, all of this, smoke that you don't duck. And the moment you hear Terrence Bud Crawford's name, you immediately go into your Michael Jackson shit. Immediately. He don't know. Man, that is the only name in boxing. That man, he just completely avoids the question. Like, he will throw everybody else in the way. Listen, man, how do you feel about Terrence Bud Crawford? Why are you mentioning Bud Crawford to me? He at 147. I'm at 154. I'm finna fight Canelo. I'm busy. Shit crazy, bro. Then, like I said, we got all these receipts, bro. You on record. Yeah, man. I don't duck no smoke. Lil Charlo, not the big one, the little one. Shit crazy, man. Anyhow, because you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna be in here cooking on this shit too long. I just noticed the change of heart that I have observed coming from these boxers, man, because everything changed July 29th. A lot of shit got put to bed. A lot of talking had to stop, had to cease. It was silenced. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, it came with a whole heap of excuses, but the proof was in the pudding. Y'all saw it. The one-sided ass whooping occurred. It just was in reverse. You know what I'm saying? We called it, Crawford and I. But since that one-sided ass whooping has occurred and has transpired, now everybody is calling for Charlo versus Bud. Bud versus Canelo. And for some odd reason, I just keep seeing Jermell Charlo avoiding Terrence Crawford like the plague. You know what I'm saying? He avoids that man like he got cooties. And that, to me, kind of highlights, because we've been saying for a long time, there were reports that Errol Spence be in training camp getting in Jermell's ass, giving him a run for his money. So for him to sit there and watch the guy who gives him a run for his money every day in the gym get demolished by a fighter, the same fighter who's calling him out, I don't think he's in a rush to make that fight. Do you? Nah, me either. But in other news, though, we got us some duck sauce, ladies and gentlemen. We got us some duck sauce. I don't know if anybody is a fan of duck sauce, but yes. We got us a classic case of duck sauce. as Frank Martin has now pulled out of the Shakur Stevenson bout. Can we get Shakur a fight? Can we get Shakur a fight? Please listen. At this point, I gotta give y'all talked about Yoshino, y'all talked about Oscar Valdez, y'all talked about Conceição, y'all talked about all of these opponents that Shakur faced. You know what I mean? Calling them nobodies and talking about them right. But for some odd reason, as much as these guys are considered nobody, how is it that the people who are somebody in the division don't want to seem to get in the ring with Shakur Stevenson? They just don't want to get in there with him. Like, now it looks like we having the same problem with Shakur that we had with Terrence Bud Crawford, because we know who the rivals or the other guys in the division that we felt like would be just as good of a matchup for Shakur. However, those guys don't seem very interested or as interested in making the fight with Shakur Stevenson. I don't know. That's just me. You know what I mean? Somebody comment, tell me something down below. But anyway, check this shit out. Now, I don't know if y'all remember this, but I'm going to go on and put it out there for the people to see, right? Now, remember this. Let me hit this. Now, this is from Mike Coppinger. Now, this was back a little bit ago. Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin have agreed to a deal for a lightweight fight that will likely take place on either November 16th in Las Vegas or December 9th in New York as an ESPN main event, sources told ESPN. The WBC purse bid for Stevenson and Martin was scheduled for this afternoon. Now, not today, as in this afternoon. This was a few days prior, a few days ago. Now, what we were actually told was that the deal was done. The fight was agreed on and was actually supposed to take place November 16th. We saw that as being a November 16th bout and date. However, comma, let me break it down. Now, according to Mike Coppinger, and this is also a ESPN ringside, just saying the Shakur Stevenson Frank Martin fight for the vacant WBC lightweight title, which was planned for November 16th in Las Vegas, is now off. Okay, sources told Mike Coppinger. Top Rank sent the contract over to Martin's side, and the following day was told that he was no longer interested in the fight, which led to Mike Coppinger actually posting said tweet. He posted it out there. The Shakur Stevenson Frank Martin fight for the vacant lightweight title, for the vacant WBC lightweight title, planned for November 16th in Las Vegas, is off, sources told ESPN. This comes days after the WBC purse bid was canceled, after the organization was notified by both sides that a deal was reached. Now, what this means, Top Rank sent the contract over to Martin's side, and the following day was told that he was no longer interested in the fight, sources said. Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. And what's crazy to me about this is because they had gone to, or the fight was supposed to be going into purse bid. It was actually on the flow for purse bid, right? And reports came out that the deal was reached and finalized and that both parties had signed their part of the agreement, and the fight was set in stone for November 16th in Las Vegas. However, comma, we are now getting reports that old Frankie baby has chose to go a completely different way with this bout. So what it looks like to me is the ghost just ghosted. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the ghost just became a ghost. He took flight. He was like, I ain't fucking with it. I ain't dealing with it. I don't know why y'all would even send me down here fucking with these people. And it's crazy because what I was seeing with Shakur Stevenson being a top-ranked fighter, Frank Martin is essentially signed to Man Down Promotions, which is he fights for Errol Spence. He's an Errol Spence fighter. Now, what they were showing is that he hasn't been making a whole lot of money. He's been getting paid and for his professional bouts, but he hasn't been making nearly as much money as he would have made had he fought Shakur Stevenson. So fighting Shakur would have effectively given Frank Martin his highest career payday as a professional fighter, which now grants it now begs the question, why did he walk away? Like, I know for a fact Frank would have made at least a meal for this fight, at least a meal ticket. And from some of the reports that I was getting and seeing and reading and stuff like that, they were saying, and I hate talking about this, but they were saying that like Frank was only making upwards of like $75,000 for his fights, which is still more than most people's yearly salary. You know what I'm saying, right? But it was just like you go from making $75,000 per fight or per bout to now you are at the table to sit down for a vacant world title, and you are about to fight for at least $1 million, which is multiple times more than what you have been making and seeing. So you have the opportunity to beat up a rival in Shakur Stevenson, a lightweight rival. You got a chance to beat up the guy who's been ducked by Lomachenko and Pitbull Cruz, respectively. You know what I mean? You've got a chance to defend your boss and your big brother who just lost on July 29 by beating up his little brother. You know what I'm saying? You win a world title and you get a career high payday. And we know as a champion, you now start to make more money than you were making before. So why exactly didn't Frank want to take that fight? Because even if Frank takes the loss, which I expected to happen, but even if Frank takes the loss, he's still young enough in his career and it's early enough in his career to where he's able to shake back and still able to have some force or some level of success and to be able to potentially still become a world champion in the future, still fight for another title later on down the line or what have you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just don't understand the reasoning in behind that. And it really, 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 really looks like a duck. There's no other way around it. There's no other way that you can classify this. This is a duck, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to keep it all the way a bean. Shakur called the exact same thing that I called it, a duck. Quack, 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 quack. Affleck, Affleck, Affleck. Yes, Shakur retweeted this and just put the duck emojis. About 76 ducks around there. Look like a whole pack of them. That's crazy, man. Then he went on to also tweet. I had to pull this up because I do remember an interview with Frank Martin who made a statement about Shakur not taking the 25% for fighting Devin Haney and saying something to the effect of, every top dog's got to be an underdog at some point. You know what I mean? So we stated, and this is the ghost, say at the ghost, Frank Martin, what happened to every top dog got to be an underdog? Once again, I'm going to say this boxing full of soft niggas. You should have said no off rip
if you didn't want no wreck for real, for real. And I gotta be inclined to agree with Mr. Stevenson because, like, there was no other way around this without it being or looking or even coming off as a duck from Frank Martin because, and I can't lie, G, I rock with you, fam. But it's like there was no other way to come out like for this to not look like it because they offer you to fight. And mind you, the WBC mandated this fight because this is now the third opponent the WBC organization has mandated to fight. Hey, we got a vacant title right here. Pitbull Cruz, you gonna fight Shakur Stevenson for his first fight coming into 135. And what did Pitbull say? Oh, no. No say, no mas. Me see how he do other opponents. No. They get a fight to Lomachenko. Said, Loma, you are his stablemate. Welcome that man to 135 and fight for a vacant WBC lightweight crown because Dev is the champ in recess. So that way you could be holding on to the belt. So if Dev don't go up and fight Regis and that shit don't come in and he got to come back down and fight, you could get your rematch that you really been wanting because you felt like they didn't, you know what I'm saying, beat you. And what Loma say? Loma said no. Loma ducked the fight too. So not only did Pitbull duck, Lomachenko duck. So now what do? We go grab the young bull, Frank Martin. Frank the Ghost. The Ghost. Ooh, the Ghost. Frank, we gonna need you to come in here and take care of this lightweight problem. Shakur Stevenson has effectively become the most avoided fighter at 135, and he ain't even fought nobody at 135 yet. So we gonna need you, Mr. Ghost, to come on in here and scare the daylights out this brother so he won't compete in our division. We need you to go in there and take care of it. Now, yeah. I know you're still a young prospect. I know. And granted, you have been going back and forth with Shakur's little brother and stablemate in Keyshawn Businessman Davis. So what better way to demonstrate to Keyshawn that he not fucking with you by fighting Shakur? And we're going to sweeten the deal. We're going to make you a world champion. You're fighting for a vacant WBC crown. So you're a world title holder. And then when Dev comes back, if he comes back, he can fight. You can fight Dev and get all the other belts and potential. You never know how this could go for you, Frank. Ooh. And we gonna give you more money than what Errol was giving you with the 75,000. We gonna give you a meal ticket. So why didn't Frank take this fight is all I want to know. I'm just kind of thrown off as to why, he didn't want to fight Shakur. What are your thoughts on that, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know something in the comments. In the comments. Cause bro, this is boxing. This is a combat sport. This is a sport. Not only is this a gentlemanly sport, but this is a warrior sport, bro. So ain't no room for none of this soft shit, man. Y'all got to stop all this diva shit, all this soft shit. You knew coming into this fucking sport that this is a gladiator sport, and every time you go into that ring, you put your life on the line. So don't agree and then back out if that ain't really your intention, boy. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because now you are false advertising. Now you are selling a product that you are expecting people to buy, and that's not really what you represent. And I understand. Listen, not everybody is cut like that. Not everybody is not everybody is a little. You know what I mean? Because remember, to be a professional fighter, to take punches in the face for a living, you already got to be a little nuts, right? But some fighters is a little more nuts than others for what it look like. Some fighters is like, you know what? I ain't finna keep taking all these punches to the face. I just needed a couple dollars, get some shit together, pay a couple bills. I'm gonna go on back out here. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I understand. I completely understand. So if that is not your MO, if that is not your character, if that is not what you choose to do or want to do, then please, please, please don't waste the time of the fans and of the business by holding up the division and running around making these falsified claims and falsified advertisements that you not ducking no smoke, that you willing to fight whoever, whenever, however. You sit down, you sign for more money than you ever seen in your life, and then you pull out the fucking fight. Don't waste my time like that. Don't waste my time like that. Don't play with my emotions like that. Don't even play with the game like that, man. That's giving the game a black eye for real, bro. This is a warrior sport, and what you just did effectively was pulled a bitch move. I'm sorry. I gotta call a spade a spade. Gee, I love you. I respect you. I know you a fighter. You put your life on the line. But listen, famo, I got to keep it all the way tall with you. I got to keep it all the way of being with you, bro. You just effectively gave the game a black eye, pulling the shit that you did. Because you came in, you signed your name on the dotted line, knowing very well the risk that you were undertaking, the money that you would be receiving. You even knew effectively who the opponent would be, what it would mean to the game of boxing, your career, even the rivalry that you're having personally between yourself and another fighter who fights or is friends with said opponent that you would be pitted against. Like, you knew all of these things going into this negotiation, and you signed your name on the dotted line. Not only did you sign your name on the dotted line, you agreed to everything, every single solitary thing you agreed to. So for you to do that and then get your monk ass on the phone and say you're not interested in the fight no more, that's a duck. It ain't no other way around it, bro. That is a duck. Okay? Remember, y'all always say, what is the definition of a duck? If somebody sends you official paperwork, a contract. A contract is sent to you to make a fight happen, and you effectively do not sign said contract. You avoided that fight. You duck. That's what they say. They went as far as to mandate your fight, put a title on the line that was vacant, send the fight into purse bid to make all of this happen, and you effectively stopped and held up and canceled the purse bid because you said, all right, I'm going to sign my name on the dotted line, man. Fuck it, I'm going to go on and fight this nigga. Said that you signed, and then the very next day was like, you know what? I really ain't interested in fighting that nigga like that for real. That's a duck. That is a fucking duck. That's a duck. That's a duck. Quack, quack, Affleck. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Listen, that is a duck. You know it. I know it. Everybody watching know it. That's a duck, bro. No. I can't let you get away with that, G. That's That is a cold, smooth, quack move, bro. That is a quack move. Quacker. You're a quacker. Fucking quack pack ass shit, man. But what can you expect, man? You know, he signed the man down. I wasn't supposed to say that. My bad. But yeah, man, let me know what you think about this in the comments, man. Because see, this is crazy. I thought this was boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I thought this was a sport where warriors are made and acted into stone, and then elevated into the pantheons of the greats and the all-time greats, and elevated into the pantheons and immortalized in history, in the books and in the Hall of Fames for going out being a great warrior and doing what they love to do, which is beating people the fuck up. Like, since when has boxing become this glamorized? Like this, it's a bunch of diva shit. Like, when has boxing become a fucking reality TV series? There's more love and hip hop shit going on in the sport of boxing. This is fucking ridiculous, people. Like y'all do remember how this sport started off, right? Like, I don't get this. I just don't get it. I don't get it. And mind you, this is considered, right? This is considered an arena or a coliseum type sport. Because, I mean, this is a descendant of the games that came from the Coliseum, bro, where people died. And you were entertained by it. You watched it because you wanted to see the bloodshed. Now we watch it for the knockouts. You know, so it's like, this is a warrior sport. This is a sport that has been acted in stone by gladiators who have come before us. Like, when we go back in history and we look at, you know, the Ezra Charleses, we look at the whole Black Murderers Row. We look at the guys, you know what I mean, who fought in some of these eras, the Jack Johnsons, who else? The Sam Langfords, you know what I'm saying? When we go back and we look in history and we look at how these guys fought, how often they fought, these motherfuckers was going to work every day, working full-time jobs, getting off work and going and having fucking boxing matches. Like, they was boxing as much as they was fucking working, people. Like, the same way you niggas get up and go to the gym every day and work out for a good year, you know what I mean, every 6 months. And if you're really active, we'll say every 3 to 4. You know what I'm saying, right? Every 3 to 4 months, these guys is going in, they working out every day, and then they go in and work, you know what I'm saying, going to get some work in and going to put a fight in, right? These motherfuckers was getting up, living full fucking lives. So that means, and mind you, times was hard, shit was fucked up, Great Depression, all kind of shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Segregation, whole racism, whole lot of shit's going on, right? So motherfuckers is having crazy ass lives. I gotta get up and still pay these bills in this motherfucking house because these janky ass promoters ain't trying to pay worth a fuck. And I gotta go and work a full-time job at the factory, okay, where it's smog, smoke, hardly fucking breathing, but I'm still in here trying to get some work in, you know what I'm saying, while I'm fucking on the assembly line. I'm still trying to get my shadow boxing in while I'm working these hours so I can pay these bills, get off work, and then gotta go to the fucking gym and have a fucking fight. A world title, world-class fucking fight against an opponent who's trying to knock my fucking head off my shoulders. And then I gotta get up in the morning and go back to work again. Get off work from working however many hours in the factory, busting my ass all day to go to the motherfucking gym and have another fight. Mind you, all of this shit professionally sanctioned, so all of this shit is going on the record. These niggas is having hundreds of fights. They're fighting literally as much as some people go to the gym, as much as some people work out, as much like they are fighting as much as you are working. You work Monday through Friday. These motherfuckers was fighting Monday through Friday, like type shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, and the thing of it was it wasn't to say that these guys didn't get hurt. These guys were tired. These guys didn't have real life situations and real life shit going on and having families and you know what I'm saying, right? But what kills me is no matter what these guys were facing, what they were dealing with, what they were going through, their love of the game, and they would always state, you know, how much they loved it or how much they figured, you know, this sport to be something to actually help, whether it was to supplement income, whether it was an outlet for them, whatever it was for them, right? They continue to persevere and they continue to stay active and fight no matter what. Like, I'm not understanding the same dedication and determination being put forward here today. Like what is this like I fight once a year? That shit is fucking trash to me. I hate it. You know what I mean? And the one thing I will say, you know, when you start getting to certain levels, you know, in the upper echelons, you know what I'm saying, of the boxing game, right? When you got guys, you know, Canelos and Terrence Crawfords and you know, Deontay Wilder, and I'll say, and I just say that for the sake of Wilder's popularity as a fighter. But I mean, you got the, you know what I mean, your Alexander Usyk, who's a unified heavyweight champion, things of that nature. But even Usyk is fighting more. But it's like some of these bouts are coming off to be really, really big money bouts. You know what I'm saying? So if I get in the ring once and shit, I just cleared 25 million. You know what I mean? If that telecast was not a very, very, very successful one, they probably not gonna be too apt to put me back in there for another 25 million the same fiscal financial year. Nah, it's probably not gonna happen. So I understand why. So I don't know. You know, it kind of tears me because I like to fight. I like to see fight. I like to watch fighting. You know what I mean? Like, so if I can just watch niggas fight, it's cool. But on the flip side, I understand these guys are putting their lives on the line. These guys have families to feed. These guys have bills to pay. Life goes on for these guys just like it goes on for each and every last one of us. These are all human individuals, right? So it's like I have to be compensated. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, my time is worth something. My time is valuable. Like, I'm not finna be in here just taking punches to the face for free. Who the fuck is gonna pay for my medical and my dental when I go home after getting my ass beat? Now, if you pay me a little something, make it worth my while, I'll go in here and take these shots. Fuck it. Yeah, I'll go in there and get some shots, take some shots, whatever. The money just got to be right. Talk turkey, gobble, gobble. You feel me? So I respect that. I completely understand all of that. You know what I mean? It's just like, where's the fine line, right? Where's the and I say that to say this, like, you can't tell a man how much you feel his life is worth. You know what I'm saying? Right? But when you're doing business and you've negotiated and basically you pretty much put a price tag on your life at this point in the game. Let's be honest. When I'm getting paid to fight, I put a price tag on it. You know what I mean? And you're only as valuable as your last fight. You're only you know what I'm saying? So it's like your price tag is only as high as your last fight. So it's like shit. Last time out, you know, I made 75,000. Frank Martin to put my life on the line. It was like, all right, that was cool, you know what I mean? But there really wasn't no money like that. Like this time I have the opportunity to make several times that. Why don't I take it? Like I am drove by that right now. Like, and then I beat you. I just beat the guy that nobody wanted to fight. Everybody's been avoiding. I just shut up my rival who's been calling me out of for the last, I don't know how long. I shut him up and say, man, I just whooped your homie. Go pick your homie up. You know what I mean? Like I can talk all kind of, this is crazy to me. I just don't understand. It's a lot of diva behavior. It's a lot of you know, a lot of that. If they won't give me what I want, I'm gonna take my ball and go home kind of behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of that going on. And I just don't know how much of that is, you know, I don't want to be on some shut up and dribble, shut up and fight type shit. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like there should be some type of a fair kind of compensation in there to be able to, you know, make this happen, you know, so these guys are fairly compensated, you know, so we can get the fights that we want to see. Because as a fan of the sport of boxing, I just want to see the fights. Like I don't get paid, you know, for none of these guys. I don't make any money off of this shit unless I'm betting one of y'all or some shit, right? Like I don't effectively make any money, so I really don't like talking and discussing nobody else's money because it don't do me shit. What you eat don't make me shit. You know what I mean? What you make don't pay my bills. So I don't really like talking about that part of it, but it's like they keep throwing it out there and making it a part. So it's like we gotta touch on it, you know. I just want to talk about niggas getting their ass whipped. I want to talk about jabs and uppercuts and hooks, and, you know what I mean? Rolling, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shoulder rolls, you know what I'm saying? You know, feints and footwork and, you know what I mean? Foot placement and shit like that. Like I want to talk about the actual art of boxing, talk about the game. Like I don't want to talk politics and boxing with y'all, man. I don't like that dumb shit. Like, you know, I'm that type of boxing fan. I want to, you know what I mean? Like I like to learn that way. Like I don't want to talk about, oh man, the WBC sanctioned body put a purse bid in because Al Heyman didn't feel like they was worth the $225,000 that I ain't gonna see a fucking penny of. Like, gives a fuck about that. Like, you know. So anyway, man, I appreciate y'all pulling up, tapping in with me, man. You know what I'm saying? Once again, it's your main man, Cam the Baptist, the co-host that be doing the most, holding it down. 1/3 of the apostles, man. Sugar J been in training, you know what I'm saying, doing this thing. Youngster got a fight coming up pretty soon here. His most recent bout that he had for this month was actually canceled. So we're looking to get Sugar J another fight coming up pretty soon. We'll definitely keep y'all posted. And yeah, you know, y'all make sure y'all keep my brother Pastor Gooch up in your prayers, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? Been going through some things, man. Just you know what I mean. So definitely pray for the pastor, man. We love you, bro. You know what I mean. We know you're working. We know you out doing your thing. When we don't see you, we know you handling business elsewhere, man. So we gonna keep holding it down for you. You know what I mean. And yeah, with that being said, man, Cam the Baptist, man, I'm out this thing, man. I think, what's today? Yeah, today is Sunday. I'm gonna pull up on y'all tomorrow, man, because we definitely gonna do some more cooking, and I'm gonna open the panel to chop it up this week. Today, I gotta get going. I gotta go to work. You know what I'm saying? It's time to run the streets. No. Hey, man, but yeah, like I say, man, keep the apostles in your prayers, man. Keep Pastor Gooch in your prayers. We love y'all, man. Sugar J, love you, nephew. Love every last one of y'all. It's your main man, Cam. I'm gone. Peace.